Welcome to day first of our SOC Analyst course right here on Cyber Education World. Today we are starting from absolute scratch and we will explore how IT evolves inside a company and how different teams grow and why security becomes so critically important as we scale. Okay, whether you are from a technical or non-technical background, this series is designed to help you step by step with real world examples and practical insights. Okay, so grab a pen and take some notes and let's begin your journey into the world of cybersecurity. Okay. Okay, how does IT evolves within a company? You might already know some things like what the different department are and how IT slowly grows and what team are involved. But today we are going to look at it from the very beginning. Okay, it is especially helpful if you are a fresher or from non-technical IT background, but even if you are worked in IT and understanding where each team fits in or especially from a security standpoint is crucial. Let's begin by building a company from the ground up. Okay, let's imagine we are starting a media advertisement company, like let's say call it cyberworld.com. Okay, and customer come to us to design and print media banner or hoardings or flex board. Okay, and we use tool like Photoshop and Coral Draw. Okay, or or After Effects on our computer, and then we deliver the final product to the customer. Okay, now to the run this company, what do we need? We need people and we need assets. Okay, in the very beginning we start incredible small, like 2 employees. Okay, and for assets like 2 computers and one router and one printer. Okay, and we need an internet connection, so we get an ISP. Okay, an internet service provider. Now imagine some time goes wrong, the computer has problem and the printer is not working, the internet is down. So how fixed it? Okay, we are teeny company, hiring a full-time IT person is too expensive. Okay, so what is the solution? We go for an AMC, means annual maintenance contract. They offer support under an SLA, service level agreement. Okay, for example, software issues fixed within 24 hours and hardware issues within 3 days, and it might cost under 10,000 per year. Okay, Now, if terms like AMC or SLA are new to you, don't stress, okay? Just join them down and you will hear them again and again and they will become familiar, okay? And our company is success, we grow, we hire more people like designers or a sales team or a finance or HR. Now we have 20 employees, okay, and 30 assets, okay. Our network get more complex. We introduce a new devices like network switch, okay. We use patch cable to connect all our endpoints like a computer printer to this switch, okay. The switch then connect to the router, okay, which connect to the internet. Those computer and printer are called endpoint, okay, and the switch and the router are network devices, okay. Our annual maintenance cost has now ballooned to maybe $40,000 a year, okay, and that is too expensive. So we make a strategic decision. We hire our own IT guy like a system engineer, okay. He handles everything like a software issue, hardware problems and network glitch and network glitches and printers and applications, okay. It is our first internal IT team, okay. And the company continued to grow a year or so later like we have 200 employees and 350 assets, okay. And our needs become more advanced. We now we need servers, okay, and like HRMS, CRM, file server, and email server. Okay, and HRMS stand for Human Resource Management System to store employees' details, attendance, and salaries. Okay, and CRM stand for Customer Relationship Management to system for customer details, orders and payments, okay. And a file server to store all our design work centrally, and email server for company communication, okay. And we also have more network gear like dedicated switches for server, okay, and switches for computers and wireless access point, okay. And or our system engineer is overwhelmed especially with the network, so we hire a dedicated network engineer, okay. His job is to look after all network devices or ensure the network is always up and maybe even set up a backup internet link, okay. Now we have two specialized team. First is system engineer, okay, and second is network engineer, okay. But then disaster strike and employees receive a phishing email with a subject line like payment invoice. He click it and his computer get infected with malware, okay. which turn out to be ransomware. Okay, and it spread from his machine to other, and then to the file server and HRMS and the CRMs, like everything. Okay, and critical data is encrypted, and the business grinds to a halt. Okay, like who do we blame? The answer is no. The problem is we did not have the right security in place. We cannot just hire a SOC immediately. First, we need to protect our endpoint. So we hire an endpoint security engineer. Okay, his first order of business is to install and manage antivirus or endpoint protection on every computer and server. Okay, what is different between the network engineer and the endpoint security engineer? Think of an apartment complex. The network engineer is like a security guard at the main gate. Like he controls who enters and exit the society. Okay, and the endpoint security engineer is the lock on your own front door. Like it protects your individual house, even if someone managed to sneak past the main gate. Okay, now we have network engineer manage our network devices, and endpoint security engineer to secure our endpoints. Okay, and the company grow even more 5 years later, like 400 employees and 700 assets. Okay, and we have like two offices, one in India and one in USA. Okay, and they are connected via secure VPN. Okay, and we have interested in more security, like network side, like firewalls, IPS, IDS, web gateways and email gateways. Okay, and endpoint side, like advanced antivirus, endpoint detection and response. Okay, but guess what, attacker still happen. Why? Configuration mistakes. Okay, on our security tool, and old vulnerable software running on some systems. Okay, and human error, like people will always be people. Okay, so we hire an information security engineer. Okay, his job is proactive. Okay, like conduct regular audits and checks. Okay, and draft security policies for the company to follow, and conduct user awareness training to prevent mistake, and ensure regularity compliance, like making sure we use legally licensed software. Okay, but here is the catch with audits, they are periodic. Okay, if an audit happen in March, okay, and a configuration mistake made in April, okay, and it might not be catch until the next audit in July. That is a huge gap where we are exposed, okay, and we need continue, okay, like a 24 by 7, okay, and finally, and that is finally where the SOC team come in, okay, and the SOC analyst is the only who constantly monitors and detect and investigate and responds to threats in real time, okay. Along this journey, we also build other critical IT teams like application developers. Okay, we build in house app like our HRMS or CRM. Okay, and database engineers like to manage all the data those applications use, okay, and IT help desk, okay, the point of contract for any IT issues, okay, and they do initial trigger and assign ticket to the right team, just like a general physician in hospital, okay, who refer you to a specialist, okay, and we started with just two people and four assets. Now we have nearly 1,000 assets and multiple specialized IT team, like all existing to support the core business of creating advertisements, okay. That is how IT evolves. Now, let's briefly look at the role within a SOC itself. It is a team with a hierarchy. Okay, like first is a L1 security analyst. Okay, it's often the entry point. They do 24 by 7 eyes on glass monitoring and analyze initial alert based on run books, okay, and raise tickets for incidents and handle shift handovers, okay. An L2 security analyst, the senior analyst, and they perform deep dive analysis on escalated incidents and assist with remediations and mentor L1s and help improve SOPs like standard operating procedures, okay, and they also troubleshoot basics issue with it, with the SIEM tools, okay, and SOC lead or SOC engineer. This team manages the SOC's main tools like the SIEM, security information and event management. Okay, they install it and onboard new log sources and write correlation rules and create dashboards and reports and work with vendors. Okay, and there are great certification like CompTIA Security Plus, CEH, okay, etc. But my advice, focus on learning the fundamentals first, okay, and the certification will be much easier later, okay. Now Let me explain the SOC role using a powerful analogy. Okay, imagine a medieval kingdom like Mahesmati from the movies Bahubali. Okay, the king. Okay, the king like your data is okay and protected by the different military teams with different weapons. Okay, like those are security teams. Okay, like network or endpoints, and their tool like network or endpoints. Okay, and their tool like firewalls or antivirus. Okay, but they also have a watch guard. Okay, where why is he there? He has a elevated view like monitoring. Okay, and he uses binocular tools, and he rings a bell to alert the army. Okay, like alerting. Okay, and his goal to early detection to reduce the impact of an attack. Okay, the SOC analyst is the modern watchtower guard. Okay, we are the first line of cyber defense, and we are the eyes and ears of the organization, and we monitor, detect, investigate, and respond to the cyber threats. Okay, and how do we do it? Okay, we use a SIEM with correlation rules we have written. Okay, and we analyze alerts like is this a legitimate user activity or is it malicious. Okay, and if it is a malicious, we respond like maybe block a malicious IP addresses, and isolate an infected machines, or reset a compromised password, or like guide a user to detect a malicious files. Okay, example like our SIEM alerts us to 100 failed logging attempts on a user account, followed by the one successful logging. Okay, we investigate who is the user and where is the login coming from, and is it a familiar location, or is the user in the office or working remotely, and we contact the user or check other data to decide is this legitimate or an attack, or if it is an attack, we spring into action to contain it. Okay, okay, before we end, let's quickly bust some common cybersecurity myths. Okay, like first, cybersecurity is hacking. The answer is no. It's overwhelming about defense. Okay, and cybersecurity is too hard. The answer is not. Okay, if you learn it step by step, like we are here. Okay, and third one is you need programming skill. The answer is not for a SOC analyst role. Okay, focus on analyze and concepts first. Okay, and fourth one is only for computer science grades. The answer is no. This field needs people from all backgrounds and ways of thinking. Okay, and last one, no jobs for freshers. No, it's not true. There are plenty of openings for motivated beginners who are well trained. Okay, so that is how an IT team involves. Okay, like from two people and a printer to a full-fledged organization with a specialized role like a network engineer or endpoint security, or finally the initial SOC team. Okay, this is just the beginning. As we move forward, we will deep dive into the role and responsibilities of a SOC analyst. Okay, and the tools they use and how they respond to a real attack. Okay, if you found today's session valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Cyber Education World. Okay, and the second is coming up next, where we will break down network security solution and start building your practical skills. Okay, see you in the next video. And remember, cyber security start with awareness. Okay,